Backward, Daddy. No, no, no. Backward, Daddy. Backward.
Hello, MGTOW, and everyone else. I was watching the Wall Street Journal YouTube channel, and an interesting interview came up. It's called Harvard, It's Time to Make the SAT Optional. That sounds interesting, so I was watching it. It was far more than interesting. It was pathetic. It was disgusting, disgraceful, and terrifying. Okay, here's what happened. Wall Street Journal is interviewing a Richard Weisbord. He was part of the, committee that designed this report. The idea behind this report is to make personal and academic achievement less of a priority for college admissions officers and to promote things like community engagement and family assistance or whatever. I'm going to be going over this report and discussing the likely impact it's going to have on our current and future generation of college students. This is unbelievable, to say the least. Okay, so this report comes from Harvard Graduate School of Education. It's called the Making Caring Common Project. The title of the report is called Turning the Tide, Inspiring Concern for Others, and the Common Good Through College Admissions. This sounds very much like social engineering to me. Listen to it. Inspiring concern for others and the common good through college admissions. We're going to use the college admissions standards and process to define the population of college students. That's social engineering. We're going to define who occupies the halls of higher learning to fit our certain agenda, this being what they call inspiring concern for others and the common good. What they're actually talking about is creating a common mental state for the majority of college applicants who are accepted for admission. So here we go. First of all, I want to talk about the package as a whole, how it presents itself. This is not the full report that I'm going to be discussing. Basically, it's the executive summary. But I want to talk about the pictures real quick. You know how when you get a college pamphlet, they'll have pictures of their campus. They'll have pictures of fall leaves and lots of trees, and they'll have pictures of classrooms with, of course, a diverse population in there, and you'll have sports teams and cookouts, whatever, I don't know. But they'll be showing you as much of a broad picture of student life as possible. That's what you get in college pamphlets. So what we have here is, in the same way, we have these pictures to describe, I guess, in a broad sense, what they're looking for in a college student population. We have 10 pictures. Of course, it's a well-diversified portfolio of humans. We always want diversity, right? Because we're all racist now. Don't forget that. Like I said, we have 10 pictures, 3 males, each in separate pictures. The first male looks to be an Indian kid, maybe a dark-skinned Hispanic kid, or maybe a light-skinned black kid. Can't tell. He's facing away from the camera. He's standing before this gigantic blackboard of advanced physics calculations, and he looks very befuddled. His hands are on his head. He's very confused. He doesn't know what he's doing. Okay, that's the first kid. Next kid. It's a white kid. He's walking in a group of female students, of course. His head is down, and he's laughing. He's walking behind a white female student. Her head is up, held high. Her eyes are glistening with promise. She is smiling broadly, looking out toward the future. She's going to take it by the neck, right? Confidence. Confidence just bleeds from her. Bleeds from her. Well, I'm honestly not sure if she would be old enough to bleed confidence at the moment. She exudes confidence, let's say. The male behind her has his hands in his pockets looking down. He's laughing, but he looked kind of timid, and she looks like she's exuding confidence. It's very telling what they were trying to do with this picture, okay? And then the third picture of a male is a boy of Asian descent. By the way, all these kids look like they're about 10 years old. Okay, none of them look like college applicants. None of them. But anyway, this kid looks like he's about 10 years old. He's looking at this, looks like an SAT test. He's an Asian kid. He's got glasses. Nothing really to say here about propaganda or subliminal messages, but the point is that there are 3 males in 10 pictures. 2 pictures of the males are obvious propaganda photo ops, and here are the rest of the pictures. Top picture, 2 girls discussing whatever. They're having a good time. Happy kids. Happy. Everybody's happy. There's never any problems. Everybody's happy. Next picture is basically a split. So essentially what you have here is a picture of a group of girls working feverishly in deep thought and discussion and collaboration at a chalkboard, solving life's problems and making sure we're all protected in the future, right? Our up and coming generation of protectors is working hard at the chalkboard. Harvard, man, it's Harvard. Okay, so that's girls. Moving on down, we have other pictures. We have this middle-aged woman helping a grandmother pick peaches. I don't know. She was at a grocery store. Okay, so she's caring, right? Okay, so we're caring. We're very caring today. And then you have a final picture of a sports team. Solid female sports team. Because males aren't allowed to engage in athletics anymore because somebody got hurt at some point. You know, NFL, somebody had a concussion because it's the most brutal sport in American sports. So somebody got concussions, so boys aren't really allowed to do athletics anymore without a fucking excuse note from the president. Anyway, we have this girls' sports team. Looks like it's probably volleyball or soccer. They're, they got their hands in there and they're doing the swirly whirly toodaloo or whatever. Boys would call it a huddle. Probably making cotton candy or some shit. We're here for having teamwork and we're gonna fight to win, but not if it makes somebody feel sad. Hoorah! Let's go fight, girls. That's the kind of bullshit it looks like. So anyway, what we have is we have two pictures of males. Obvious propaganda photo ops. Total of 3 males. Like I said, all these people look like they're less than 10 years old, no more. The rest of these photos are females, and they all look like exuding confidence, and they're just pushing males out with this shit. It's obvious what they're doing here. And of course, you got this little kid. He's like confused out of his mind. This photo of this Indian kid, I think he's Indian. This photo of this Indian kid is direct, where he's totally confused and befuddled by this advanced physics problem that's like 3 times his height on the chalkboard. The problem is gigantic, okay? This is directly below a group of females just working it out, right? They're collaborating. This one boy's alone, standing before this behemoth of a physics problem. I don't know what these girls are supposed to be working on, but they're at a chalkboard. And they're working hard, right? They're going to solve this problem, and they're working, collaborating, right? They're probably drawing fucking doodles or some shit. But anyway, that's what this is juxtaposed. This confident, we're working hard to solve the world's problems picture of fucking girls is juxtaposed on top of this little, tiny, diminutive-looking Indian kid standing before this gigantic physics problem. It's fucking obvious what these people are doing. They are creating this environment where males are the dominated figure, and females are obviously winning. That's what they're doing with this propaganda photo bullshit. Of course, and then you have this other photo. It's not really all that. There's a black female who's looking at stuff outside. It's not really a propaganda photo. But the point is, this is what they're doing. This is what this report, where they're advising on who should be admitted to the nation's top colleges, or any college for that matter. These are the propaganda photos that they've interspersed within this report. So that's what we start with, okay? Moving on, we have the recommendations is the meat of this, though. This is the executive summary. Too often today's culture sends young people messages that emphasize personal success rather than concern for others and the common good. I will remind you, this is about college admissions, where one wants to stand out in order to be seen as a high achiever so that he gets accepted. I'll say he gets accepted into a college of his choice. This is saying, do not emphasize personal success. Today's culture sends young people messages that emphasize personal rather than concern for others and the common good. College is not where you are concerned for others and the common good. College is where you are trying to stand out and excel as much as possible. God. Then they say, and too often the college admissions process contributes to this problem. They describe an emphasis on personal success as a problem. While some colleges have diligently sought to convey to applicants the importance of concern for others and the common good, like that's a priority in a college admissions process, many other colleges have not. The messages that colleges do send about concern for others are commonly drowned out by the power and frequency of messages from parents and larger culture emphasizing individual achievement. This entire executive summary is basically saying that we need to stop emphasizing individual achievement. This entire executive summary is essentially saying we need to de-emphasize personal achievement. When did we become communist? This report advances a new, widely shared vision of college admissions. That's a scary part of this sentence. Widely shared vision. If this is widely shared, we are fucked. Of college admissions that seeks to respond to this deeply concerning problem. It's a deeply concerning problem that people are emphasizing personal achievement. It's a deeply concerning problem. It makes the case that college admissions can send compelling messages that both ethical engagement, especially concern for others and the common good, God, they repeat that shit over and over again, and intellectual engagement are highly important. You notice they completely omitted the concept of personal achievement, individual achievement. They replaced it with intellectual engagement. Everybody gets a trophy, right? Colleges can powerfully collaborate to send different messages to high school students about what college values. Colleges are not supposed to value your desire to help your community. They're supposed to value your ability to excel academically. What the fuck is wrong with you people? I want to remind you again, this is the Harvard Graduate School of Education. They have done nothing since the beginning of this executive summary but downplay the importance of academic, personal, individual achievement. This is what the Harvard Graduate School of Education considers to be really important to excelling in college. That does not sound like a university I would want to go to, personally. I wonder how their teaching curriculum is. If this is what they value, I really wonder what their teaching curriculum is. It's no wonder you get demands from college students demanding that the university president resign, unless their demands are met. It's no wonder if this is the type of shit that they're coming up with at the highest levels. They want to reshape the admissions process in each of the following three areas: promoting more meaningful contributions to others, community service engagement with the public good. Yes, we've heard that 50 times already. 2. Assessing students' ethical engagement and contributions to others in ways that reflect varying types of family and community contributions across race, culture, and class diversity, blah, blah, blah. 3. Redefining achievement in ways that both level the playing field for economically diverse students and reduce excessive achievement pressure. Oh my god, that last bit was fucking incredible. Redefining achievement in ways that both level the playing field for economically diverse students. We can't even say economically disadvantaged anymore. We can't even call it what it is. Economically diverse students. I don't even know what that is. Students aren't economically diverse. It's not a fucking race, you retard. That's like saying that somebody who says something against Muslims is a racist. Islam is a fucking religion. Economics, what your parents make, is not a fucking people class. My god, the stupid just made me nauseous. Economically diverse students. Well, what are we going to do? We're going to say, well, we don't have enough poor students in our class, so we're going to need a lot more poor students in our class because our class just isn't economically diverse enough. What the fuck is wrong with you people? Classifying everybody. I thought we wanted equality. What is it? You want equality, but now you want diversity. This diversity shit has got to stop. Do you remember? I don't remember, but some of you might remember when we had special places for different races, like white sitting areas, black drinking fountains. When you require certain classes have certain spaces and certain places, what you're doing is you're bringing back Jim Crow laws, simply reversing the target. How do I put this? Well, to put it another way, if you can imagine with me, segregation is splitting up the races and keeping them separate. Equality is taking the labels off altogether and removing the restrictions or demands or requirements. Diversity is exactly the opposite of segregation. Now, no longer are you splitting up the races, but you're forcing them together. It is no less intrusive. It is no less intrusive than segregation. It just sounds better. Anyway, I'm sure you've all forgotten what this is all about. And this has actually gone longer than I expected to. So I'm going to go ahead and split it up into a couple different segments. So if you enjoyed it, check out the next video. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.